I should note that it contains intense scenes that may disturb sensitive viewers. Deal with it!
Please welcome from Metallica, James Hetfield and Kirk
In a tournament as rigged as the 2016 DNC primary election, you don't have to take 3 guesses on who the fuck won f.y.e.'s Metal Madness tournament. By God, it's a tournament of metal bands, and as if we're comfortable referring to Five-Finger Faggot Punch as metal, and the band with the word metal in it should win. Rant? Oh, Rant.
Stone dead in the U.S.A. Stone dead in the U.S.A. Coming back to New York City, just as crazy, ain't so pretty.
Now, while the previous rant was more of a rant on f.y.e.'s utter fucking stupidity and me stating my opinions on the bands that they picked, this one will be more of a full-blown rant on the results of their dumbass tournament and a rant on the winners of the not-at-all rigged fucking tournament. First of all, how in Courtney Love Punching Christ did Disturbed beat out Godsmack? Look, Down with the Sickness was edgy as fuck when it came out, and I got suspended from school for having it on my iPod and showing it to my friends. Stricken is generic-ass bullshit I don't like, and, what the fuck else do they have? Look, nowadays, let's be real here, Disturbed has pretty much turned into a glorified cover band. Oh sure, David Draymond is actually a competent vocalist, too bad he just sings for a band that stopped being relevant before Obama even became president. Then you have these cunt-mouth meatheads saying how Godsmack's new album turned them off of the band completely. Yeah, Bulletproof got me hyped, and now the title track of When Legends Rise? That shit has me counting down the days until I hold the CD in my hands while I whisper sweet nothings into its jewel case. Anyway, and I'm seeing Godsmack on April 28th at the Fort Rock Festival, and I can already tell you, it will be one hell of a show. Godsmack was my first ever concert, and I actually even have the tickets right here. Not only were they amazing, but it cemented their status as one of the most treasured memories in my life by one of the most important bands in my life. Fuck Disturbed for beating them out, and fuck f.y.e. for being cunts. And speaking of cunts, how in piping hot fuck did Metallica beat out Iron fucking Maiden? We get it. Nobody nowadays gives 2 New York-sized rat shits about metal bands unless their name is either Metallica or Pantera, and seeing how Maiden's last 4 albums are long, boring, disappointing clusterfucks that have this superfluous third guitarist that needs to go the fuck away. The entire rest of their discography wouldn't use a single Metallica album as toilet paper if they were stranded in the Sahara. Now let's get this out of the way right fucking now. Despite what I have said or will say to the contrary, I do like Metallica. They have indeed released some great albums, and Ride the Lightning is a goddamn fucking masterpiece. I mean, I think that's the only Metallica album I physically own on vinyl. I own it on CD, I own it on vinyl, I own it on cassette, and I own it on 8-track. However, when literally less than 1/2 of your discography is either mediocre to outright garbage, can you blame me and all the other countless metalheads with actual ears when they are less than thrilled when some fat-ass battle jacket wearing fagaloon with Enter Sandman tattooed on their fucking brain screaming, Master of Puppets is the greatest album ever. I mean, it's like, I listened to it 39 times in a row this morning because it's just that fucking good. And look, Master of Puppets is great, and dare I say, it may actually just be a masterpiece, no matter how intolerably overrated it is. Can you honestly say, like, with a straight face, that Master of Puppets is anywhere close to maybe potentially possibly being a 10th of a 1,000th of a 1,000,000,000th of a 1,000,000,000,000th of a 1,000,000,000,000th of a quintillionth of
Later that same evening,
of a Googleplex in the same ballpark as, say, Accept's Relentless and Wild and Balls to the Wall, Bathory's first 3 albums, Black Sabbath's debut album and Headless Cross, Iron Maiden's debut album and Killers, Judas Priest's Stained Class and Screaming for Vengeance, Motörhead's Ace of Spades, Van Halen's debut, Venom's first 2 fucking albums. Hell, as much as I would Ride the Lightning in the CD hole, I wouldn't even consider the possibility of putting it against any of the previously mentioned albums without having a blunderbuss shoved up my rectum. And let's face it, once Cliff Burton was tragically killed and Kirk Hammett discovered the wah pedal, the badass Metallica gave into, hey, let's turn into an insufferably commercial band and make commercially successful songs that follow all the new fads, with excessive use of the wah pedal. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how, and justice for anyone who isn't, Jason Newsted was born, and all the succeeding albums afterwards. Once Kirk discovered that fucking wah pedal, it's as if it'd been surgically attached to him ever since. I'm pretty sure when Bob Rock hid it from him during the recording sessions of the Black Album, he started to have fucking withdrawal symptoms. But Jimi Hendrix and Stevie Ray Vaughan both used the wah pedal, and you praised them. Yeah, dipshit, because they knew when to take their fucking foot off the damn thing. Look, they knew when to say when already. And here's another thing, and this is important. You ready? You set? Good for you. Jimi fucking Hendrix and Stevie Ray Vaughan weren't in fucking thrash metal bands. Have you even heard thrash guitars with a raw, fuzzy chainsaw sound? When's the last time you ever heard the wah effect on a Razor or a Slayer song, okay? How about Venom or Bathory? Venom helped spawn the genre to fucking begin with and even flirted with it later in their career, as did Bathory. I certainly haven't heard it. Have you? What doesn't belong in thrash, numbnuts? And let's rap for a beat on how I just make a comment. Not necessarily bashing Kirk Hammett as a guitarist. For the record, I actually think he's pretty good. Not bashing James Hetfield or Kirk Hammett on their rendition of the national anthem. In actuality, they did a pretty good job. But just simply stating that Kirk Hammett just cannot live without that fucking wah pedal spawns off 166 replies that lasted from Monday, August 7th, 2017 to literally Saturday, April 14th, 2018. 2 days before I record this video right now. That is literally 250 days or 35 weeks or 8 months and 7 days. I won't go through the entire thread, and I'll link it in the description if you must read through it. It's actually pretty hilarious at times, and some of these people, I imagine that these fucking idiots embody the Donald Trump mocking the disabled reporter, and yes, fucking bitch tits, I know he didn't actually mock the reporter, but the little arm-waving gesture and him screaming, I don't know what I said, oh. Yeah, it's pretty much what these fucking fanboy dingbats just embody. But your opinion doesn't matter because you're not a multi-platinum selling musician like Kirk Hammett is. Yeah, if you were a lawyer, that argument would be thrown out like NBC threw out Hannibal as if nobody would miss it. Troll wars. The anti-trolls are the way more skilled at the war of wits. Oh, please do regale me on how the anti-trolls are more skilled with their poorly thought out argument of, oh, And let's not forget about the how many world tours have you been on, okay? Yeah, how many millions of records have you sold argument? Yeah, how many 6-year-old kids do we see on YouTube with Yngwie Malmsteen-esque skills that probably haven't even heard of a world tour and they don't know what the fuck it is? You're just too busy knee-jerking it to fucking Kirk that you don't even read the entire argument. I say he uses wah too much and you all see Kirk Hammett is a shitty guitar player. There's a difference between lay off the goddamn effects, man, and learn to play guitar. One is meant for Kirk Hammett, and the other is meant for Yannick Gers. As well as stop prancing around on stage like a ballerina on cocaine, you fucking idiot. I bet you can't even play the intro of Master of Puppets. Ha! Fucking O!
Of Whoppets!
Sorry, I couldn't hear you over the sound of my wah. You make it seem like Metallica is this special band full of talented musicians. Look, Kirk Hammett is no Yngwie Malmsteen, okay? He's no Dave Murray, he's no Adrian Smith, or Glenn Tipton, or KK Downing, or Randy Rhoads, or Nicky fucking K. Hell, Richard Krust from Rammstein uses Kirk's KH2, and I'll take him over Kirk's wah-pedal faggotry in a day. James Hetfield, he's a decent singer, but he's nothing fucking special. Cliff Burton's my favorite fucking bassist of all time. Jason Newsted's underrated as fuck. Look, Ozzy Osbourne has gone on record to say that Jason Newsted reminded him of Geezer fucking Butler. Okay, Jason Newsted is underrated as fucking. Metallica didn't fucking serve his needs at all. And Robert Trujillo, look, he's not bad and he seems like a nice guy, but he's not breaking any best bassist on earth records. And Lars Ulrich's drums. Look, okay, I'll be the first to defend him on the fact that he's not like the worst drummer on earth. Look, I can play the guitar, I can play the bass, I can play, piano, I can play fucking recorder, I played that, and I can play trumpet. The one instrument I have yet to be able to begin the forming of maybe possibly being construed as a beginner, the drums. I cannot play drums to save my life. So I respect the fact that at least Lars Ulrich can keep a beat. Second of all, look, I don't know if you guys just formed this opinion on like Saint Anger or something, and the drumming on that is not bad. It's the steel sounding of the drums. It fucking sounds like pot and pans. What, did you listen to Bathory's Octagon? What the fuck? But Lars is not the worst drummer ever. And he's gone on record, and an opinion I fucking agree with, is he doesn't want to be those death metal fucking bands that do 300 beats per minute, okay? Sometimes it is nice to have a beat. In the end, Metallica are just a bunch of mediocre musicians that... And are you ready? Because we're about to evaluate each and every Metallica studio album right here, right now. Kill 'Em All. Fucking fantastic. There's a reason Dave Mustaine called this album Wrote 'Em All, as pretty much Metallica took all his songs and just neglected to think about crediting him, Ride the Lightning. Love it. Best Metallica song and album, fucking full stop. There's a reason I own it on CD, vinyl, cassette, and 8-track. It's that fucking good. Buy it. Master of Potheads. Okay. A bit on the overrated side, but it's still a fantastic album nonetheless. A perfect epitaph for the late, great Cliff Burton. My favorite bassist of all time. And he went a little bit too soon. Alright. I'll say it. Worst Metallica album ever. It's half past time someone had the gall to say this, but And Justice for All is a world-class fucking shit pile. In fact, yeah. Metallica, or also known as the Black Album. It's a bit commercial, but it's certainly not bad by any means. It's really... Enter Sandman is the one insufferably overrated bullshit on this fucking album. Look, the rest of it holds up pretty nicely. Load! Bad radio rock that I just don't like. Reload! Even fucking worse than Load! Oh, Saint Anger. Oh, alright. I'll probably be the first one to say this. This sounds like Metallica listened to Bathory's Octagon while completely stoned on Walter White's Blue Sky, okay? It's infinitely better when it's been recorded by #Stranger2015. In the end, Saint Anger is an album that I probably like every single song on here. I think the title track is fucking fantastic, full stop. But like your Bathory counterpart, the production just makes it unfucking listenable. And I remember listening to the #Stranger2015. Again, I will put a link in the description. That fell out. I'll put a link in the description for you to watch them, because if you're a Saint Anger hater because of the production, and because of the production you really couldn't enjoy the songs, watch #Stranger2015's complete re-recording. It's even 10 minutes shorter than Metallica's version. And I guarantee you, you would actually probably rank this album damn near the middle of the list if you're going to rank every fucking studio album in order. In the end, a good album that's made Metallica's worst solely by the production. Next. Death Magnetic. Look, it's a decent album. It's not wowing anyone. It certainly didn't wow me on the first 3 listens. And if anything, Rick Rubin does save Metallica here, like he did Black Sabbath 13. But it's just not a cut of the standard that Metallica had set for themselves, and it's just, at best, mediocre. Alright. I know. And I'll be honest here. I have yet to subject my ears, let's be real here, to this album. At all. Haven't even listened to a single millisecond of it. But we all know how bad this album is anyway, so look, can we all agree that it's just a bad album by Metallica? And unfortunately, the last thing the great Lou Reed ever got to record in life, I haven't even listened to it, and I know it's bad. That's how bad this album is, okay? Really? And then, yeah, I'll be up front. I only bought this album, at this point in time, I knew Metallica was not a good band. I knew Metallica wasn't above what I liked at the time. I literally only bought this album because I wanted to hear their cover version of Iron Maiden's Remember Tomorrow. And it's on disc 3 if you have this version, the deluxe version of the album. But I actually ended up liking this album because, out of curiosity, it's a new Metallica album. You're not going to listen to it. Sure, it's mainstream. And the memes surrounding it are fucking hilarious. But at the end of the day, best fucking Metallica released in well over 30 years. Is it better than the Black Album? No. It's just, maybe it's because Kirk Hammett did not actually write a single song because he lost his phone was his excuse. So maybe Kirk Hammett's the problem. It all goes back to Kirk Hammett, everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, we found the cause. Alright, so let's tally the votes here. 3 fantastic albums, 2 great at best albums, 3 albums I can tolerate at best, and 2 absolutely unlistenable albums. In what universe do those stats make Metallica the greatest band of all time? Seriously. Judas Priest called. Their entire 18-album discography just rolled on the floor in pants-shitting laughter. Black Sabbath's 18 albums, and Forbidden, just literally died of laughter. All of Iron Maiden's albums before 2000 just collapsed their fucking lungs. Motörhead just came down from the fucking sky to drink a bottle of Jack's in between a spout of uncontrollable goddamn laughter. Sorry, Metallica, if this was Total Drama Island, you would literally be the Ezekiel of metal bands. I'm Baphömet. Cheers! Cheers! Metal Maniacs! Yeah!